What's up? I'm here with Matt Van Horn from June. How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You have an oven that's smart, am I right?
We do. We have the June oven, a 7-in-1 appliance that will cook your food perfectly every single time.
Nice. And 7-in-1 meaning what?
Yeah, so we have a broiler, we have air fry, we have a slow cooker, you can bake, you can roast. A lot of people use this as a microwave replacement, even though we're not a microwave. We can dehydrate. And I'd say that my favorite feature of the June oven is the fact that it's the first appliance that gets better over time instead of worse. And so we're literally able to build new appliances and software. So when we launched, there was no slow cooker, there was no air fryer. We built these new appliances in software and launched them as OTAs.
That's so cool. So it was latent kind of inside the machine then?
Yeah. We built this amazing platform that we can add to, and we'll continue to add to. And so we have a lot more appliances that will actually ship that we haven't announced yet.
Right.
That we're really excited about. One we have hinted a little bit, but we're playing with a rice cooker right now.
Okay.
Which is really cool. And that'll be within your June oven.
So the rice cooker's inside the oven?
Yes.
So everything literally is all in one device?
Yes, that's...
Okay. And we're talking price point starting at $700, I think?
So there's two price points now, $599 and $799.
Okay. I mean, a lot of times we're talking about digital smart items here at this summit, and when people talk about oven replacements, they see a number like $500 to $700 and think it might be high in the beginning, but then you think of what a regular oven costs. It's very expensive.
Yeah. And our first product was also $14.95, our Gen 1 product.
Okay.
So we're brand new to market, just started shipping about 8 weeks ago.
Okay.
The Gen 2 product.
Yeah, and it's on your tabletop, right?
Yes.
Like it's that small, right?
Yep, it's countertop, but if you kind of take the right dimensions, you can build it in.
Okay.
Just like people will build in microwaves and things like that.
When you say air fryer, that's like fries, right? Like.
Yeah, so I can show you my phone, but it won't look that pretty, but I air fry chicken with my wife once a week.
Okay.
And so I'm literally breading it. Our June cookbook has the walkthrough recipes. It preheats at the perfect moment so that it automatically knows when you're putting the chicken in and is already ready for you. And you just press one button and get started, and you have perfect air fried chicken.
I love it, and now I want air fried chicken. Are you doing this through your phone as well? Apps as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have the June cookbook. When you buy the gourmet package, which is the $7.99 package, you get our cookbook bundled for 3 years. Otherwise, a monthly subscription to access the cookbook. But we guide you through every step of the way with looping videos that show you kind of that perfect step-by-step way to make your food perfectly.
Cool. You have a YouTube channel?
We
or is
do.
it just embedded in the website as well?
We do, but it's more marketing material or how-to information versus recipes, because our recipe platform, as you may, is about kind of the looping video experience, which doesn't translate well to YouTube.
Oh, right.
So we don't edit them up for kind of long form.
Yeah.
views.
So that seems cool, and I'm asking this question a lot at the summit. You have these smart devices, and you have your oven, which again fits on the countertop. Do you see in the future, like we alluded to earlier in the panels, this kitchen, the kitchen itself getting smaller? Like, do we need less real estate because we have these devices that don't take up the whole area?
It's possible. Between what we're doing at June, what Instapot's doing, like I just need kind of one burner, an Instapot, and a June oven, and I'm good.
Right. I was saying that earlier. Like, I don't need much. You know, I'm going to make my couple things that I like making.
Yeah, I actually ripped out my big oven last year, and I was a little bit stressed about it for a moment. Haven't missed it once.
Wow.
Because the 1 day a year when I need a super turkey oven, you can even fit a 12-pound turkey in a June oven, but the 1 day a year you need that super turkey oven, I prefer it on the grill anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And so it literally hasn't been a problem. I still host 15 people for Thanksgiving and without a big oven.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
And I think it also can change in the future potentially people's, what houses they're going to get, right? Mm-hmm. This whole idea of this focus around this huge, massive kitchen where you do all these different things, you don't need that really as much.
Yep.
So what are anything new that you can tell us about that's coming besides the rice cooker?
Yeah. So let's see. So something that we haven't announced yet, so I'm going to speak a little more quietly because there's people around. But,
we're breaking news.
You are. But we're going to be announcing a partnership with Whole Foods Market.
Oh, great.
Tomorrow that we're very excited about, where on every June oven there'll actually be a Whole Foods app where we've been collaborating with them to be able to write a cook program to cook their most popular foods perfectly in all the June ovens in the world. So every June oven tomorrow will be getting a Whole Foods Market app on their June oven.
So if you're watching this now and you've after whenever this airs.
It will be live.
It will be live, and when you get that oven, you'll already be able to do that
Yes.
automatically.
Yep.
Now, so you're getting those foods from Whole Foods. Is that packaged? It's not prepackaged. It's like I'm still picking out
what's
the
interesting
choice.
is the majority of the foods we actually partnered on are actually fresh foods. So we
Right.
have some frozen foods, but it's actually fresh foods. So they actually do a lot of pre-packaged, pre-seasoned
I
chicken
guess I didn't know
and
that.
salmon dishes. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And so we've written, in collaboration with them, custom
That's
cook
so smart.
programs to make sure you're perfect every single time that you
Yeah.
do that.
That was kind of my last question was going to be, a lot of these different platforms and ecosystems, as we call them, seem to work independently, but they probably should work with others, and this collaboration is a perfect example of that.
Yeah,
like you have to work with other companies.
It's really exciting. I mean, we have a great Alexa integration right now. We work very closely with Amazon. The Amazon Alexa Fund is one of our investors, and what's really, really neat and kind of the killer voice feature right now for us is we have this feature on the June oven whenever you're cooking a protein, so chicken, steak, salmon, etc., where we run an ETA algorithm. So think of Waze or Google Maps, where we actually predict how long it's going to take to make your food perfectly medium rare,
Okay.
well done, whatever it is you're looking for.
Yeah.
And the killer voice feature is being able to say, Alexa, ask June the ETA. And
Right.
so you're in the other room. If you're doing a whole chicken, which takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour 15,
Yeah.
it's just magical.
That's huge, and that's again, the voice integration. I feel like is one of the last steps, even though it's in a lot of things. I feel like people don't really fully utilize it yet.
Yep, and it's also, like, thoughtfulness is important. Like, I've seen some other integrations where you have to say, like, Alexa, turn the thing on. Alexa, set it to bake. Alexa, go to 350.
Right.
And just to give kudos to our engineering and design team, when you just say, Alexa, ask June to cook. Alexa, ask June to bake.
Right.
It'll
Directly
just-
to it.
Yeah, it guesses what you might be guessing. So if you baked at 350 the last time you baked, we'll automatically fill that in.
Right.
And so kind of using a little bit of thoughtfulness and intelligence to make it so you get a good result.
Yeah. And going back to those recipes real quick, so you have your own. Will you ever have an ability for to put new recipes in, or work with other people for different recipes?
So right now, we have two different systems. So we have the cookbook, which is kind of our guided walkthrough multimedia video, and then on the June oven we have all of our cook programs. So that's just the whole chicken program, the steak program, the salmon
Right.
program, where those are multi-step cook programs. So like our steak program starts with a convection roast, then the next step is a high-power broil, then it does a rest step in the middle of cooking. So those are our cook programs. So you can actually write your own custom cook programs today as a customer,
that's important.
and share
Yeah.
them with friends and family. So
Okay.
if you, for some reason, you're like, no, I like to do my salmon this way, where I start with a broil and then do this, you can write that cook program and share it with your friends.
That's huge, because a lot of times I've been talking to different platforms and that isn't available right away. And I think that's super important, because again, I make things different than you make things, and we want to be able to do that as well. My last question for you is, with all the on-demand delivery service stuff, the Uber Eats of the world, do you see that coexisting? I feel like they are different platforms, and they're just for like different times of the day. But is that how you see it?
I mean,
Cooking from
for
home
us,
and then getting.
we want to inspire people to cook more. Like, we believe in cooking, we believe in food. We don't believe in just getting handed a bag of stuff. From our perspective, that was one of the big motivations for Nikhil and I when we were starting the company, is we didn't like how much takeout we were eating, or we're not controlling what we're eating, and don't know how much salt and butters and things. I have nothing against salt and butter, but I like to control how much I'm using,
Right.
And instead of just not knowing. And so I actually, from a weekly cooking perspective in my family, if we ever order takeout, I feel like we failed.
No, interesting.
And again, that's my personal life. That's not kind of the June mantra. But we want to make cooking as easy as possible to enable people to be successful. So on a busy Tuesday night, when it feels like a big to-do to make dinner, that you just take a piece of salmon, put it in the June, no preheat, 12 minutes, you're eating perfect salmon, and you don't have to think about it. You can just spend time with your kids.
Yeah.
And
And time's a commodity. Time's important.
yeah, and so we just want to simplify it, and it's fascinating. We hear from customers all the time. They're like, "Oh, I saw your marketing, but I didn't believe it." And,
interesting.
And then they get it, and they're like, "This changed my life. It changes my family's life."
Yeah.
And we have the data because we know how often people are cooking. People are cooking twice a day in the June oven on average, so it becomes a major staple in someone's home.
where people are sometimes just only ordering online. You know, like they're just, I guess you said, they're retired and they don't have a lot of time. That's awesome. By the way, where did the name June come from?
Named after the month. Easy to spell, easy to say. Kind of the transition of spring to summer.
Yeah, simple enough. I had another thing in my head. It was a complicated thing, but Matt, thanks so much for being here.
Of course, thank you.
And I'm gonna check out that oven. You all should check it out. Is it just June.com?
JuneOven.com.
I was gonna say you couldn't have had June.com. JuneOven.com and check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.